Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at Uncanny X-Men number 133, Facsimile edition. Wolverine alone, one of the best issues from Chris Claremont and John Byrne's run ever. Cannot wait to share it with you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. I have been loving these facsimile slash artifact editions that DC and Marvel Comics have been putting out. Reprints of single issues. Everything's the same except for the paper quality and the price tag. But cover to cover, house ads, everything. It is so good. They started reprinting Uncanny X-Men with, I think, 128, like Kitty Pryde's first appearance. I wish they would do the entire Byrne run, single issues. Why not? They missed a golden opportunity to do Guardian slash Vindicator from Alpha Flight's first appearance in 108 with the recent appearance of Alpha Flight and the adjective-less X-Men from Jed MacKay, Nathan Diaz, and Ryan Stegman. But hey, what are you going to do? Maybe they can still do it. I don't know why not. But this cover is so classic, beautiful. I love it. Hellfire facing off against the Purifiers. It is such a great classic comic book cover. I love when the cover makes some blurb about what's happening inside. The corner cover art is beautiful from Byrne and Austin. I love it. Wolverine alone. One of the best splash pages ever. I love the upshot, worm's eye view. So amazing. See the great ads, like whatever. Did anyone ever send away for that crap? I know it had to be a horrible disappointment, but luckily, if your parents were smart like mine are, they never let us send away for anything that stupid. But who knows? It could have been cool, right? By Chris Claremont, John Byrne, writer, co-plotters, penciler, Terry Austin, inker, Tom Orzechowski, letterer, Glynis Wynn, colorist, Jim Salicrup, editor, and Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief. The Purifiers are so cool. I love their design. I always found them so interesting looking because they are made to look like the same and, you know, have no facial expression or whatever, but they do all over the place. Now, this is when Wolverine had no problem just killing people left and right. They've established these Purifiers as mercenary kind of assassins themselves, so they're kind of justifying it. But this is brutal, and I love it shows the power and impact and the importance of a great colorist like Glynis Wynn here, who every time he attacks one of the Purifiers, it goes to this like bright red and orange panel, and I think that says it all, right? So does Wolverine spare his victims? Not so much. The storytelling is next level. This is like John Byrne's favorite character, and I think it was his chance to shine for sure. This issue is so legendary. I love Wolverine kind of hiding under the box here. They think that they've defeated him, but he was just playing possum, and of course, he is going to put the smackdown on them. Bubble-yum. Oh my god, I used to love bubblegum. Hubba bubba. Anyway, bubblicious, right? So good. I love when he's taunting. Come here, you know, I dare you. Like, he's such a jerk. But this is kind of like playful Wolverine. You know, of course, he's patting himself on the back with his adamantium claws and telling everyone how great he is, the best there is at what he does. But Chris Claremont also makes reference to the fact that, you know, not only is he just like tearing shit up, but he's having fun doing it at the same time. And I love that about Wolverine. I think that's what makes him cool. I've been bitching about modern Wolverine with his PTSD, his broken powers, and his depression and anxiety. Like, oh wow, that's a fun character. So anyway, he basically, see what I mean? Like the Purifiers, I love the design of this. Like, they're supposed to be anonymous and nondescript, and there's so much emotion coming through this. You know that this dude is terrified. Wolverine talks him into surrendering, and then he lunges at him anyway. Don't worry, if you tell me everything I need to know, I'm still not going to hurt you. Then we cut back to the Hellfire Club, who is holding the X-Men captive. You know, the X-Men are powerful, so you kind of do have to like round them up and render them useless in order to like advance the story. The Hellfire Club is so weird, like this weird sex club in New York. That was kind of based on a real like dungeon or something, but this is supposed to be like a legit society. Of course, the inner circle is corrupt. Jason Wingard, who furthers the corruption, no honor amongst thieves. He's joined this shady group, but he wants to secretly take them over using the Black Queen, who is his possessed Jean Grey, huge part of the Dark Phoenix saga. And so, like, no good is going to come up from this. I feel like John Byrne modeled Sebastian Shaw after the actor Robert Shaw. I definitely know that Leland was fashioned after Orson Welles, and I totally forgot who Pierce was, but I knew it was some English actor for sure. David Tennant? I don't know. Does that sound right? Anyway, this shook me back then, and it shook me now. Like, so there's this, like, time slip. Like, Mastermind basically has Jean convinced she's living in the 1700s or whatever. So Aurora is a slave. Her name translates into beauty, and so Jean is like taunting her by calling her beauty, and then she cracks her in the face. If you wondered where the word cracker came from, this is a visual history lesson right there. And are you a little bit shook? Because I am. Anyway, so I kind of love the back and forth. You know, Chris Claremont is the X-Men godfather. You know, he is the be-all, end-all. A lot of this is so dense and sometimes hard to read. And there is like fully loaded, these issues. They were 17 pages long. They numbered them like with the ads so that it seemed longer, which I always found that interesting. But wow, the color's really popular. Some people bitch about like the slick paper that Marvel's been using, because DC has been using the newsprint, which people tend to prefer. But at least, even though it's like the slicker paper, it's not super shiny gloss. So I think that would ruin it completely. But I'm okay with this. I always loved the way Byrne and Austin did Nightcrawler, and the way they did the shadows across his face looks so great. Jean flashback to they just screwed on this butte in the Arizona desert or whatever, and then now she's like, "You were inside me, now I want to be inside you. So I'm going to establish this psychic rapport that will plant a seed for something that'll save us later." He's like, "Okay, sure enough." No, and this is also, I love like the layers of Claremont's writing, like just to show like how crazy powerful she is now. She's able to hold Cyclops I-beams in check while they screw. Isn't that amazing? I mean, practical, right? Then we go back to Muir Island. A lot of people are screwing. Banshee just went for a jog. Moira's tired. She's doing a lot of research. And he's like, "Do you want to go for a jog?" And she's like, "No." And he's like, "Want to fool about then?" Fool about. He's like, "Do you want to fuck?" And she's like, "Spiritually, yes. Physically, no." Okay, so whatever. I forgot. She's always doing research. She's not even a mutant. Didn't she die of the mutant legacy virus at some point, though? I don't know. Mess, all throughout the years. Angel, love the Angel. I love that they're both considered retired from the X-Men and still part of the book. Xavier's bitching. He's like, "Here I am, stuck in the wheelchair again." Blah da 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 dee da 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 da. The beat goes on. Back at the Hellfire Club, look at this detail. Is so crazy, and I love the color choices. You know, they had such limited resources as far as the colors went, and Glynis Wein like knocked it out of the park as far as what she did. Okay, it's so funny because there's this huge faction of people that bitch and say John Byrne doesn't draw backgrounds. And for anyone who thinks that, look at this page, right? Although we're going to revisit that thought in towards the end of the book, and you'll find out why. Wolverine navigating the Hellfire Club, working his way up from the sewer to the dumbwaiter to the main floor, but that's as far as he goes. He's going to have to crash the party. I love everyone in their wigs and their French maid costumes. Like this is what rich people who don't have anything better to do with their money do. Another amazing bubblegum ad. Do people even care about bubblegum the way they used to? Because I know I did. This is so gross. Like, he's like, Mastermind's kind of made her a hussy. Or wait, no, he's given her the instincts of a minx. He's like, you look pretty good, Jean Grey. And she's like, you're not so bad yourself, Orson Welles. I don't know. So then John Byrne was tired of drawing backgrounds. So we moved to the astral plane where Cyclops can look for Jean in their psychic rapport that was established earlier. And go to the astral plane where there's no backgrounds except for a door when you need it. And then he has the sword fight with Jason Wingard. You know what's so funny? So from panel to panel, he like switches hands, and Jason references it as like he did it on purpose. And I'm wondering if Chris Claremont just caught it and was like trying to nip the no prize in the bud by saying like, "Oh, I noticed you switched hands," or if Byrne did it on purpose, or if it was just a no prize. Very curious to know that. Love all this. This is so much fun. You know, the astral plane is like such an important part of the X-Men mythos and just part of everything. One of the tropes. Love the look on Wolverine's face here. He has, you know, a gun to his head and he's like, freeze! And he's like, I don't think so. And just full on throws him right out into the middle of the card. Okay, that is how you crash a party. And here comes these very threatening George Washington wigged, you know, run-a-cops to like save the day. Like, it is just so much fun. The art is gorgeous. The story is great. The roster is perfection. There's a Thor hostess fruit pie ad. Like, I just, like, it doesn't get any better than this. It just doesn't. Great splash page. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? Great shot of Leland's big, fat man crotch. And I love how his leg is kind of muscular, even though he's fat. I love that is something that even carried over into like Jim Lee. I think that it's so funny when, you know, characters are like that. I don't know. It's very superhero, very comic book. The Hellfire Club is so weird, right? I don't know. Fun, X-Mail, great ads. Keep it going, Marvel. I don't know where they're going to stop with this. Let's stop with Days of... Or no, we already did Days of Future Past. It is so random. I don't know how these facsimiles, what the decision-making factor is that goes into it, but keep it coming, y'all, because I love them, especially if it's Byrne, Austin, and Claremont from the X-Men. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I will bring you more soon.